Hello everyone, Catweazle here, welcome to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of A Touch of Evil, the Banshee, turn 4. Right, here we are at the player area. Just a few things to go through from last turn, quite a few actually, just some clarifications and what not. First of all, just before we do that, before I forget, let's give 2 investigation to Sara the Bright Witch because of strength of light ability. So there we go, she's up to 7. Fantastic. Next thing, Tidewater, the village encounters. Had a comment, these don't count as a corner location. Yep. So what I read on Board Game Geek was a load of rubbish. Somebody was being far too general. All the others are corner locations, but the Tidewater village encounters are a bit different. These are like the sort of coastal town items, the monastery items, and the town items. You don't actually discard anything out of this deck. You do shuffle it each time. So say you flick one of these over and did it, it goes straight back into the deck, and then you shuffle it. No discards from the Tidewater village encounters. So what we'll do is we'll put those 2 back that we took out and we'll give it a quick shuffle. Now I have been shuffling all the other decks. You do not have to do that. There is nothing in the rules to say you have to shuffle all the decks. The only reason I'm doing it and continue to do it is just to show that it's a completely random draw whenever I draw a card. So that's the only reason I'm doing it, because I'm videoing the game. If you're playing at home, no need to do it. The only deck that you have to shuffle is the Tidewater Village Encounter deck. So, hope that clears that one up. Additionally, a few things that I've sort of, again, just sort of scooted over because it didn't really become apparent were, for example, secrets. So, the Widow Jessica, Sophie and Dr. Manning have all had their secrets looked at. Now, that doesn't stop them getting additional secrets. Now, I'd have probably mentioned this if a game effect had come up and we would have had to put more secrets out. But just in case that doesn't happen, I may as well explain that if that would have happened, then what we do is they do get an extra secret. You don't get to look at it, you have to pay investigations again. So essentially, from a thematic standpoint, it just means that though they're good at the moment, they may still go bad. But, you know, it's still pretty good to look at secrets anyway. At least you've got a good idea of who's good at the moment, if nothing else. So that's what that is. The additional thing I did mention it in the sort of on the video via sort of some flashed up comments. We put the Order's influence onto the Loveless pendant. Now, you can only do this on the turn whereby you get the mystery card. So I can't, like the other 2 mystery cards we've got, we cannot put on this. You've got to make the decision when it comes out. So because this came out last turn, I've changed my mind and we are going to put it on the Loveless pendant. So that's over here. And because of that, Valeria has took her wound. So that is there. Okay. Right, I think that is everything. Had another good idea put in the comments, and this one was from Daniel. Daniel also mentioned about the Tidewater deck and everything, so thanks Daniel for putting me straight. But he also had a good idea in that, why don't we put the Widow Jessica token with Sara so we know that she's with her. Good idea. So I've dug her out, put a stand on her, and we'll put this next to Sara on the board. Top banana. Right, so I think that is it for clarifications and whatnot. So let's get across to the board and start the hero phase. And here we are, back at the board. Our first player is Sara the Bright Witch with her new friend, the Widow Jessica. So let's do some rolling. A 1. Rubbish. So we've rolled a 1. That's pants. Right, one thing that does mean, it does mean that we get an event card. But let's move. We were heading this way, weren't we, towards North Dock, so I don't think it makes much difference. We may as well just sort of start heading off in that direction. So there we are. And an event card. Right, as I said, you don't have to shuffle these. I'm just shuffling it just to show that it's a random draw. So there we go. And we get escape. So this is an event. Play at the end of any showdown fight round in which a villain did no wounds, in which a hero did no wounds to the villain. Roll a d6. On the roll of a 3+, the villain escapes and the showdown immediately ends. Or play to prevent all wounds that would be done to a town elder, and if during a showdown, return them to town. Right, obviously we'd use the second part of that. The top part is for the competitive game. So if somebody else is trying to win the game by defeating the villain, you'd play this, you know, so the villain could get away. But we're playing cooperatively, so we'll use this bottom bit. So we could prevent any wounds that are going on to a town elder and keep them on our side. Stop them returning to town. Cool. So we will keep this. So there's the card. Apologies to Chrissy if you're watching. Just try not to focus on the actual picture. So there we go. So we'll put that with just a scratch. Down here. So that's communal, as mentioned. Anybody can use that during the showdown. So not a bad card. Sort of makes up a little bit for our pathetic movement roll of 1. Right, so let's carry on with the hero phase and chant the mantra. We've got no minion, so we don't have to fight anything. And we can't encounter the space because it's just a general movement road space. Nothing on it, so we don't have to do that. No investigation to collect, so forget about that. We don't need to heal a wound, so that's fine. We could, though, still investigate an elder. So that will cost us 3 investigation. So, who are we going to have a look at? I really am not going to look at the Tidewater ones. It suggests to me, I think, I've just got a feeling they are evil, man. So what I'm going to do is it's going to be another Shadowbrook one. So we've got 1 to 4 now. So let's just roll the dice, 1 to 4, and decide who we get. A 2. So we've got Lord Hanbrook, then Lady Hanbrook. So it's Lady Hanbrook, who we're currently stopping from putting the Crimson Hand on our arse because we've put that mystery card onto the Loveless Pendant. So let's see if she's evil. Right, so here's the Lady Hanbrook. So there we go. She's got 3 spirit, 4 cunning and 1 honour, which is pretty good. Ignore, what's that? Ignore the first hit taken in during each fight round. That's pretty strong. So let's see if she's with us or against us. So here's the secrets. So let's flip it over. And we've got Coward, Secret. The town elder has gone through life with a boastful roar and an arrogant bravado. In reality, when confronted with the most trivial threats, they are reduced to a whimpering, quivering lump, just as likely to soil themselves as they are to run screaming into the night. While part of a hunting party, roll a d6 at the start of each showdown fight round. On a roll of 1, 2 or 3, the town elder runs away and is placed back in town. So that's not much good, but at least she's not evil. So we probably won't choose her for the showdown, because that'd just be a pain. But we might be forced to, if everybody else turns bad. As mentioned, you can get extra secrets. So if anybody else turns bad, we may be forced to take her. But as it stands at the moment, obviously, we'd pick either Sophie, Dr. Manning, or the Widow Jessica. But that's a pity. So that's Lady Hanbrook, but at least we know she is not evil. At least not yet. So we'll put that back and the secret back. There we go. And we've got to pay 3 investigation. So I've done that. So at least we've managed to get some bits and bobs done, even though we rolled very badly on movement. We're not going to buy a lair card, we're not going to start a showdown, and we've got nobody to exchange any cards or gear with. So that is it for Sarah and her turn. Our next player in the hero phase is good old Valeria. Let's see what she does this turn. And here we are with Valeria at the lighthouse. So let's roll for movement. A 6. Woohoo! We're back to rolling good on movement. Excellent. Now, I was thinking about going to the icy waters, but that seems a bit of a waste of a roll for getting a 6 to me. So what shall we do? Let's go to the town square. So we can always go back here. We're in Tidewater, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, we'll go to the beach. 1, 2, 3. The reason we're going to the beach is we'll draw a village encounter, and then we've got the widow's cottage, which is heal 1 wound. So we can heal a wound straight away. Remember, she got a wound for putting that mystery card on the Loveless Pendant, so she'll go to the beach. Right, so that's pretty cool. So draw a village encounter. We've now got the full deck, if you remember, because this isn't a corner location. And we do shuffle this one, but as I say, I'm shuffling all the cards anyway. So there we go, we've got Tidewater Village Encounter. Let's flick it over. Founder's Journal. Counts as a coastal town item, so we can't... Valeria cannot have another coastal town item now. Well, she can, but she'd have to discard this one. So this counts as a coastal town item. It's a village encounter item book. Oh, excellent. So she gets +1 honor, +1 spirit. So she's up to 3 spirit and +1 cunning. This is good. That is good. Discard to cancel and redraw any card just drawn. Well, I might like to keep this. Again, it's one of those cards that I think Valeria will keep in order to get rid of something really, really nasty. Other than that, she'll keep it pretty much as long as she can, I think. So there's the Founder's Journal for those of you that want a quick read. Funky. Let's put that on Valeria's player area. So she's got an abandoned keep item and a coastal town item. So that's pretty good. Her spirit is now 3. Her honour is now 4. And her cunning is now 4. So that's a good item for her. And if things get really bad, we can discard it to get rid of a card. So that's pretty good. So let's put the Tidewater deck back. Up there. And that is a pretty good. That is pretty good. So, plus the fact we're at the widow's cottage. Although the widow isn't here, we can heal 1 wound. So let's get rid of that wound. Amazing! Valeria's had a good turn. Woo! So let's get rid of that. So she is now at full health. That is excellent stuff. Right. What else in the hero phase? There was no minion, so we didn't have to fight it. We've encountered the space. No investigations to collect. We healed a wound, but we did it through the encounter, so that's fine. And so we didn't have to pay 3 investigation. Are we going to investigate an elder? No, because we've only got 2 investigation. And we're not going to buy a lair card, start a showdown, or exchange any cards. So that is it for Valeria. Brilliant stuff. She's had a good turn. The crowd goes wild. Fantastic. Right, let's move on then to our last player in this hero phase, who is Eliza the Witch Hunter. And she's over at the abandoned keep. And here we are with Eliza. Just realised I didn't zoom in there, did I, on the beach. Apologies for that. I forgot. But once we've moved Eliza, if she does go to a named sort of space on the board, we will zoom in. It's probably because I didn't do it for Sara, because she wasn't in a namespace, and then I forgot to do it for Valeria. But we'll do it for Eliza. Right, she's got a roll for movement. And she gets a 4, so that is good stuff. So she's going to start heading up towards groundskeeper Willie. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I want to try that town hall one? Because drawing 2 events, that's pretty good. Is there anything else? I could train cunning, I suppose. And cunning's pretty good at the moment due to the book of the occult. So magistrate's office, perhaps not. So 1, 2, 3, 4. She can't get to the blacksmith, unfortunately. Where she could draw an event and possibly buy something. What to do? Doctor's office, we draw an event and heal wounds, but she's got no wounds. I think she'll go to the magistrate's office. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's zoom in. She does get to draw an event here. We don't have the chance of having to do a mystery card either, and she can try and train cunning. So let's go for that. Righto, I'll zoom in this time and we can have a read at the magistrate's office. And here's Eliza at the magistrate's office. So as you can see, draw an event and then we can train cunning. Okay, let's chant the mantra. So there's no minion, so we don't have to fight anybody. We've got to encounter the space. So we draw an event card, which is good. So let's get something good, please. Oh, quick shuffle. As mentioned, don't have to do this. I'm just doing it to show it's completely random. And I think not. Good card, this. Seen it in other playthroughs. Event. Play to cancel any event card as it is played, or to cancel any event result on the villain's minion chart. Or play to prevent one source from moving the shadow track. Or play to cancel any lair card as it is played on the d6 roll of a 5+. This is an excellent card. So we will put that with just a scratch and escape. Anybody can use that in the hunting party. So that's a nice card to get. Put the event cards back. What next? We're going to train cunning, so that's pay 2 investigation to make a honour 5+ test. So that's 1 dice out. What honour has she got? Oh, she's only got 2 honour. Damn. So, but she does have 2 investigation. Right, so let's see if she can do it. Come on, Eliza. A 6 and a 5. Of course she can do it because she's amazing. Brilliant. Right. So she gains +1 cunning. Let's dig that out. There we go. Oop. Focus. Focus, damn you. There you are. +1 cunning to go with her +1 spirit. So she's now at 4 cunning. Plus the 2 cunning from the Book of the Occult. So she's at 6 cunning. She's so cunning. Right. So that is the encounter with the space. Done. Excellent stuff. There's no investigation to pick up from there, so she can't do that. She's got no wounds to heal. She's got no investigations left, so she cannot investigate an elder, buy a lair card, or indeed start a showdown. And she's got nobody to exchange any cards or gear with. So that is the end of her hero phase. And indeed, it's the end of the hero phase altogether. And we all know what that means. Oh yes, it's the laugh and chuckle phase. Let's get on with the mystery phase. And here we are, back at the full board, and it's the mystery phase. So first thing to do is we have to move any minions. So the groundskeeper doesn't move, but we do have a barrow shade, so he's moving from North Dock to South Dock. As mentioned, he ignores this 3 move thing here. He can just move like that. Now, I think the town square is nearest for him, so he's going to head in that direction. This does bum us around a bit, because obviously now the Widow Jessica and Sara aren't going to be able to catch him, I don't think. So it will probably be Valeria that has to deal with him, which is a bit of a downer, because because she's hardly been rolling brilliantly, has she? So, yeah, I think if we're going to tackle the barrow shade, it's going to have to be Valeria. Right, let's carry on with the mystery phase. First of all, have we got any knocked out heroes? No, we don't. The villain doesn't have to heal, so we don't have to do a d6 roll for that. So, yes, it's the Advanced Cooperative Mystery Phase chart. So, let's see what we get on that. So, we need 2 black dice, and... yep, let's roll. And we get a 6. So that's a new one. At least it isn't Surge of Evil. Let's have a look. March of Darkness. Every minion on the board immediately moves 2 spaces along the shortest path to the town hall or town square. If there are no minions on the board, instead roll once on the villain's minion chart, re-rolling event results, and place that minion at 2 random locations. Well, we've got minions. So, he moves 1 and then 2. So he's here. So Valeria will definitely be tackling him next turn, I think. And as far as I know, the groundskeeper still doesn't move. I think because he's got a unique, he's a unique sort of minion, I don't think he moves. Let me know on that. If he does, then I will move him. But for the time being, I don't think he moves. So it's just that barrow shade minion. Fortunately, we did have one on the board, so we haven't had to generate any more. Right, that's cool. So that is it for the phase chart. Pop that back there. And if the groundskeeper does move, in fact that's not the end of the world either, to be honest, because he's got to move towards the town hall, and that brings him closer to Eliza anyway. We won't get Dr. Manning's help, but she's got pretty good cunning now anyway, so let us know on that one. Right, so we've done the mystery phase chart, so the next thing is mystery. So we've got a mystery card. So quick shuffle. As I say, it's just to show that it's a completely random draw. Do a cut, and let's see what mystery card we get. It's struck again. This doesn't sound good. The villain attacks one of the town elders. Roll a d6. On the roll of a 4+, the town elder with the lowest cunning is killed. Each hero gains 1 investigation. That's pretty bad. Hang on, let me put this back. Right, put the deck back. So, for those of you that want a quick read, there you go. But we do have, I think not. No, that doesn't help. Ooh, just a scratch. Yes, so hopefully we do have a way to stop any town elder being killed. So, because we've got just a scratch. So the villain attacks one of the town elders. Roll a d6. On the roll of a 4+, the town elder with the lowest cunning is killed. So we're rolling a d6, and we want less than a 4. A 1. Ha ha! Top banana. He missed anyway. In your face, Banshee. You're rubbish. So it attacks, but whoever it attacked with the lowest cunning, who would that be? Reverend Harding, it looks like. He's got 1 cunning. Oh, it'd been the widow Jessica was also in the frame. She had 1 cunning as well. We'd have had to do a roll off, but the Banshee missed. Mahahaha, unlucky. Right, so we can discard that mystery. Top banana. Brilliant. Brilliant. So we've done really well. No shadow trap movement again. The Banshee couldn't hit a cow's ass with a banjo, so she hasn't killed anybody. That is fantastic. We've got a bit of movement on the Barrow Shade. That's gone closer to Valeria. She's going to have to deal with it. And as I say, Groundskeeper, let me know. I don't think he moves, but even if he does, he's just going to go closer to Eliza anyway, so that's not a problem. Let me know on that one. Right, so that is the end of the mystery phase. Let's move the first player marker. Our first player next turn will be Valeria. Coolness. So she'll be getting stuck in with that Barrow Shade, I think. Other than that, what a turn. Valeria had a great turn. She's now got the Founder's Journal. So she's got +1 honour, +1 spirit, +1 cunning. That is fabulous. So that is, well, just brilliant, man. A bit stunned, but looks like she's coming round. That's brilliant news. Eliza, the Witch Hunter, she's got to the Magistrate's office. She's up to cunning, and if indeed the Groundskeeper moves, that gives her 6 cunning with which to take him on, which is cool. And right, Sarah's our other player. Her and the Widow Jessica, they're still doing fine. They had a crappy movement roll, but they did get a good event card, so that was cool. I think they got Escape, so that is excellent. I think not. I think that came from Eliza in the Magistrate's office. So we've got 3 good event cards that people can use. That's excellent. Nobody's got any wounds or anything, so we're looking groovy. We've had a look at the Lady Hambrook. She's not evil as it stands, so that's cool. So we're doing pretty well. Long may it continue. Woohoo! So that is the turn 4 of A Touch of Evil, the Banshee, and hopefully let's keep it going this way. We're doing okay. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for all the subscriptions, thanks for all the views, thanks for all the comments and all the support. It's very much appreciated. Thank you. And of course, thank you to everybody who's bobbed across to Board Game Links to upvote the site. Thank you as well. Right, what else? Oh yes, any cock-ups, that Groundskeeper thing, other stuff, you know, where I've thrown out a question. If you can let me know, that would be great. I'll try and fix any mistakes I've made. Any ideas you've got, any tactical tips, they are more than welcome. Please place them in the comments and we'll see what we can do. Excellent. Right, so I think that is it for this turn, and I hope you join me for turn 5 of A Touch of Evil, the Banshee. But until then, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo.